Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would do something a little different since it is so gorgeous outside. I'm sorry if my lighting is kind of all over the place. The clouds are going by, the sun, so it's kind of messing with my lighting, so just kind of bear with me. But anyway, so I thought I would share with you guys my fall reading list. I absolutely love reading. It's like one of my favorite things to do. Getting lost in a book is just, I'm totally about that life. So I know that like I always have a list of books that I'm trying to get through, that I want to read, that I'm so excited to read. So I have my own little like fall reading list. I do this every fall. I gather a couple of books that I'm like super excited to read that totally give me those fall vibes. And I thought I would share a couple of those books with you to give you guys some inspiration for some books that you could put on your own reading list. But yeah, so other than that, we're just going to jump right on into the video. The very first book I want to share with you guys, and I've posted this book on Instagram already. It's just, I absolutely love this book. So this book is called Three Dark Crowns. It's by Kendare Blake, I think. I am so sorry if I butcher your name, but it has a really dark feeling to it. It definitely gives me a fall vibe. There's a lot of things going on in this book. I've read this book like 4 or 5 times, and I just had to put it on my reading list for this fall again because it is that good. I think it is written beautifully. So instead of me going on babbling about it, I'm going to read the back cover, like the back for you guys, and then I'll read the inside book jacket for you guys. So on the back it says, "Three dark queens are born in a glen. Sweet little triplets will never be friends. 3 dark sisters, all fair to be seen, 2 to devour, and 1 to be queen." And like, I don't know, like, doesn't that give you like really like, it's such a mystery, like what is going on, like what is this little poem about? So when you turn into the inside jacket, it says, "In every generation on the island of Fenburn, a set of triplets is born. 3 queens, all equal heirs to the crown, each possessor of a coveted magic. Mirabella is a fierce elemental, able to spark hungry flames or vicious storms at the snap of her fingers. Catherine is a poisoner, one who can ingest the deadliest poisons without so much as a stomachache. Arsinoe, a naturalist, is said to have the ability to bloom the reddest rose and to control the fiercest of lions. But becoming the queen crowned isn't solely a matter of royal birth. Each sister has to fight for it, and it's not just a game of win or lose, it's life or death. The night that the sisters turn 16, the battle begins. The last queen standing gets the crown." And I'm just like, what? When I first read this book, I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds like freaking amazing. That sounds so interesting. I need to have this book in my life. And I'm telling you guys, this book was really, really good. There's 2 other books in the series, and like there's a little book, like a novella. So the second book is One Dark Throne, and I've already read this book, but I'm like a weirdo. So like I just bought the 3rd book, but I have to reread all of the books before I can read the last book. I don't know, I'm weird. So I'm rereading this one. This is One Dark Throne, and this is the 2nd book in the series. And guys, these books are so good. Like if I had to pick one series I could reread over and over and over again, these would be it. Because like you just get so attached to the characters. And I mean, like, I've cried reading both of these books. Like I've never really cried in like reading a story before, but like these books I have definitely cried. So these are definitely a good pick for your fall reading list, or even just for like reading in general. Like, don't limit these to fall. These are good all year round. So the next book I picked up, this one's kind of different for me. normally I'm like really into like the fantasy, like the teen novels and stuff, but this one's a little different. But this definitely gave me like a more of a like scary Halloween type book. So this one is called Hold Me Like a Breath. This is by Tiffany Schmidt. Yeah, Tiffany Schmidt. And it says, once upon a crime family. Once upon a time they said she was too fragile. Once upon a time they told her she was untouchable. Once upon a time they called her useless. Good thing she never believed them. And I'll jump into the inside jacket and read that for you guys. I'm sorry, I just realized that my book was signed by the author and I did not know that. That's kind of crazy. Anyway, so it says, in Penelope Landlow's world, almost anything can be bought or sold, including body parts. A daughter of one of the three families controlling the black market for organ transplants, Penny is crime royalty. But because of a blood disorder that causes her to bruise easily, she's considered too delicate to handle the family business or even to leave their estate. All Penny has ever wanted is for everyone to stop treating her like some fragile fairy tale princess. But when a brutal act thrusts her, heartbroken, alone, and only steps ahead of her family's enemies, into the frightening mayhem of New York City, she finds that there are greater threats than a gilded cage, and that betrayal hurts worse than bruises. Someone in her family has been hiding a dangerous secret that could upset the balance of the entire illegal organ trade syndicate, and risk the lives of everyone she loves. The first book in the stunning Once Upon a Crime family series from acclaimed author Tiffany Schmidt will leave readers breathless. But it seems really like crazy and interesting. Like, it's just really dark. I feel like, I mean, the black market and like organs and stuff like that, that seems like really crazy and dark, and definitely a fall and Halloween appropriate, like, for sure. So I'm really excited to read this. I haven't read it yet, but I will definitely let you guys know if it's a good one to pick up. So another book that I have not read yet, but I'm really excited to read, is called Girl Last Seen, and it is by Nina Lauren. And this one is, Olivia Shaw has been missing since last Tuesday. She was last seen outside the entrance of her elementary school in Hunts Point, wearing a white spring jacket, blue jeans, and pink boots. I forced myself to look at the face in the photo, into her slightly smudged features, and I can't bring myself to move. Olivia Shaw could be my mirror image, rewound to 13 years ago. If you have any knowledge of Olivia Shaw's whereabouts or any relevant information, please contact. I've spent a long time peering into the faces of girls on missing posters, wondering which one replaced me in that basement. But they were never quite the right age, the right look, the right circumstances, until Olivia Shaw, missing for 1 week tomorrow. Whoever stole me was never found, but since I was taken, there hasn't been another girl. And now there is. Like, doesn't that just kind of give you chills? So this book is about a girl that apparently has gotten kidnapped, and she was missing. And from what I understand it, she was in a basement for a while, and she escaped, and that was 13 years ago. So now there hasn't been anyone that was kidnapped to replace her until now, this Olivia Shaw girl. So this is like a mystery and a thriller, and like, guys, it is definitely a fall book. Like, I'm so excited to read this. I absolutely love like mysteries and like things that keep you like on the edge, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, yes. So I haven't read this one yet, but I will definitely let you guys know how this is. I'm excited to read this one as well. Okay, so the next book that I have for you guys, it's not really like a fall book or like a fiction book. This one is called Sacred Powers, and this is by, I don't know, David G? I don't know. But anyway, so I'll read the back for you guys. It says, have you ever found yourself at a crossroads, unsure of which way to turn? Maybe you reached a fork in the road and felt overwhelmed by the choices before you. Or perhaps you felt stuck, held back by the fear of making the wrong decision, with one foot rooted firmly in the past and the other dangling into the unknown. But there is a pathway out of your challenges and into a space of freedom, happiness, and lasting fulfillment. For thousands of years, divine solutions have been whispered directly into the hearts of priests, shamans, wizards, medicine women, and healers, and Sacred Powers internationally renowned, can't read apparently. Internationally renowned meditation master David G? I don't know, I'm sorry. Reveals the deepest secrets of this timeless wisdom and distills their essence into the fine divine principles of the universe. So there's a little bit more on the back, but I'm not gonna like go through all of it. So basically this is like finding your way to happiness kind of book. and I don't know, it's the 5 secrets to awaken transformation. And I love books like this because like sometimes I just feel really stuck in the situation that I'm in, whether it be a good or a bad situation, more typically bad. Like sometimes I just feel stuck in a rut, and books like this can kind of really awaken something in me, just to like, whether it's said in a different way or it's presented to me in a different way. It really helps me realize that what I'm going through right now, or whatever the case may be, it is temporary and I will make it out of it. It's really nice to have just like a book or something to kind of inspire me to be positive. If you only think negative thoughts, and if you're only like putting negative vibes out there into the world, then negative things are just going to attract to you. Like things attract like things. So if you're being negative all the time, you're going to attract negative energy, and that's not good. That's going to make you miserable. That's going to make you unhappy. It's really important to me, no matter the situation that I'm in, to put positive vibes out there. Try my best to be positive, because if I don't, then the situation is just going to get worse because I'm having a horrible negative outlook on life. So it's really nice to have like books like this as like a helping hand to like help inspire me to revamp my positive energy, especially when things are starting to get really rough and I start to like really get negative and start downing and doubting myself. Books like this are really nice to have in like your arsenal. So I'm really excited to read this. So the next book I have, this is the little book of Heige or Heige or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. I am so sorry, but I'm just gonna say it the way that I think that it's pronounced. Okay, so this is a little book of Heige. It's the Danish secrets to happy living. So I'm gonna read the back for you guys. It says, the Danes are famously the happiest people in the world. Huga. It's pronounced Huga. I'm sorry. Okay, so the Danes are famously the happiest people in the world. The Huga is the cornerstone of their way of life. Huga loosely translates as a sense of comfort, togetherness, and well-being. You know Huga when you feel it. It is when you are cuddled up on a sofa with a loved one, or sharing comfort food with your closest friends. It is those crisp blue mornings when the light through your window is just right. It is about gratitude and savoring the simple pleasures in life. In short, it's the pursuit of everyday happiness. Who better than, I'm going to butcher this, I'm sorry, Miek Viking? Sorry, to be your guide to all things Huga. Miek is the CEO of the Happiness Research Institute in Copenhagen and has spent years studying the magic of Danish life and what makes people happy. From bringing out the candles and spending time with your tribe to giving yourself a break from the demands of healthy living, cake is most definitely Huga. Miek's beautiful, inspiring book will help you be more Huga. So this book is like all things coziness and learning how to take joy in the simple things in life. And like, I don't know for you guys, but for me, fall is definitely just like, is that. Like when fall comes around, I'm just like, yes, cozy flannels, cozy sweaters, blankets, candles, you know, fall is just like the emphasis of coziness for me. And I thought this book would be a great book to read during the fall time to kind of help me just take a step back and just pay attention to the world that's going on around me and take joy in the little things, like being able to sit here and film for you guys, or the clouds and the wind and how beautiful it is outside today. Although I think it's going to storm, but you know what? I'm excited about that too, because thunderstorms are like my lifeblood. I freaking love thunderstorms. But you know, just to take joy in the simple things in life, like my books. So I'm really excited to read that book, just trying to like relearn how to be, I don't know, a kid again. You know, like kids, like they were just so in the moment, and that is what I'm striving to be, is more in the moment and not worry about the past because you can't change it, and not worry about the future because you don't know what's going to come. It's more about what's happening right here, right now. So I'm really excited to start that book as well. So when I was in Target, I found this book, and it was called Yesterday I Was the Moon. And if you didn't know, one thing you should know about me is I love anything that has to do with the moon, the stars, the clouds, like anything that has to do with that. I love astrology. You know what I mean? Like, I love things like that. So when I saw this, I was kind of like, huh, intriguing. So I read the back, and it says, "You'll find a new friend in yesterday I was the moon, one poem at a time. Reading Nora's words, I can see their color and smell the scent of love, passion, anger, and truth on every page. Her poems will speak to your soul like they were written for you. Early in yesterday, I was the moon. Nohor Unnahar tells us her name means light of the day. This seems exactly perfect for a poet who's crafted a book so supremely luminous, so incandescent. Here's a brightness by which we might work, by which we might live and love and survive. When Unahar says, I am the light I should be looking for, her discovery illuminates us too." And I was like, oh my gosh, this book sounds absolutely amazing. And I had to have it in my life. And so I was kind of curious, and I started reading a little bit of it, and I got not even a fourth of the way through. And at first I was like, I've heard a lot of, like, I've read the back, and they were saying that this book is like amazing, and I was like, I don't really see it, I don't really feel it, like, like you're supposed to like be awakened or something with this book, and I could not see it or feel it at all. But then as the more I read, the more I was like, oh my gosh, this book resonates with me so much. These poems are just beautiful, they're gorgeous. This is like exactly what I needed to read in this point in time. I just like, yes, I totally understand now. So I haven't finished this book completely, but I have read a little bit of it, and I cannot stress to you guys enough how much this book means to me personally. It's definitely opened up my eyes to a lot of things that I needed to see that I just was not able to see before. And I don't know, like, I would totally recommend this book to any of you guys who are struggling or going through something difficult in your life, or is just trying to figure out who you are. I think this will help you guys. Like I said, I haven't completely read it, I haven't finished it, but this book is definitely, I think, gorgeous and beautiful, and I just cannot wait to finish it, because I feel like by the end of it, I'll be a different person. I know that's a lot to like put on this little itty bitty book, but like that's how I feel. So that's just how I feel about it. But yeah, that was my fall reading list for you guys. I'm super excited to start reading these books. Hopefully I gave you guys a little bit of inspiration or some new titles that you guys may not have heard of before to put on your own fall reading list. I can't wait to jump into a new story and just kind of leave my world for a little while. That is like the one thing I love about books, is you can just jump into different stories and see how other people live in a different kind of way without having to leave the comfort of your own home. So if you guys like this video, and if you would like to see more of this kind of video where I kind of did the whole little like artsy thing, I tried my best. I did. It's new for me. I'm still new at this YouTube thing, so I'm working on it. I'm trying. But if you guys like this video better than the other ones, definitely give this video a thumbs up so I know, and I can try to do more like this and create more videos like this. But subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on future videos from me. I do have more fall videos coming up, so you definitely should get excited for that. I'm super excited to film them for you guys. So yeah, you don't want to miss those, so make sure you hit the little bell button so you get notifications for every single time I post a video. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.